So, is your degree keeping you broke? The average student loan debt in America is $30,000, and the average income is also 30,000. So, people are graduating with a substantial amount of student loan debt and can't even find a job to replace in order to be able to pay off that debt. So, in this video, I want to explore, is your degree keeping you broke, and are you educated but broke? Let's talk about this in this video. Yo, YouTube, what's good? It's your boy Kurt, Wealth and Fitness Lifestyle. Please do me a favor to the channel. Hit that subscribe button, the notification bell to get future content. And also, while you at it too, smash that like button for me. Thank you for everybody who's been supporting the channel. Make sure you check out wealthandfitnesslifestyle.com. Make sure you subscribe to the newsletter where I send out a weekly newsletter of topics of fitness, finance, self-improvement, motivation to improve your overall lifestyle. Hold on, let me take a sip of my Wealth and Fitness Lifestyle cup, which you can actually get and purchase at my website. So in this video, I want to talk about student loan debt, and also too, for all of you guys who are struggling paying off student loan debt, for all you guys who are struggling with your finances, I want to just hit a couple of points in this video, which I think is important. I'm a huge component of education. I have a bachelor's and a master's degree. I wholeheartedly believe in education. However, student loan debt and education, in my opinion, is starting to become a racket. It's starting to become a government hustle when you have a substantial amount of people who are paying back thousands and thousands of dollars of student loans. So I want to share with you some of these statistics, right? 36 million college graduates are living in poverty, which means they're not making a certain amount of income to be able to take care of themselves while also paying off their student loan and other debt they may have. 70% of college students graduate with debt. The average student loan debt, which I just shared, is about $30,000, and 45 million Americans make up $1.6 trillion in student loan debt. So with the rising cost of education, the amount of people who are going back to school, the amount of people who are graduating, they are walking away with all this debt. And a lot of people can't afford to pay it back. There's people who's been paying on their student loan debt for years. And the question is this causing people to be broke, poor, and, stopping them from building wealth in this country? And I think a couple things to consider here, and I'll use my circumstance situation as an example also too, is that, are people really having a tough conversation about should they go back to school? Should they invest in the education, knowing that when they graduate, they will land employment that's going to be able to cover the student loan debt, and they can still be able to make investments and also live? Too many college students right now are in school, and I'm gonna be honest, a lot of them are studying majors that's not conducive for them to have income to be able to pay back their student loans. I think it's a conversation that you should have, or young adults should have with their families, they should have with their friends, and really research and educate the fields that you're going to study. And is it cost effective? When you do the cost benefits analysis of the situation, is it cost effective? I get it. And I think that, this video may cause some controversy, but I'm just going to say it because it's the fact of the matter is that you also want to ask yourself, is college for you? The cliche, go to school, get a good education, your degree and all that other stuff. But this shit is causing mad people to go into debt, and it's causing mad people to be financially ruined to the point where even if you make over six figures, if you got $100,000 of debt, $150,000 of debt, then you got rent, mortgage, credit cards, you still broke. It's not about how much you make, it's about how much you keep. The more debt that you bring on yourself, whether it's student loans, whether it's a car note, a mortgage, credit cards, all those debts, the more you pack on, I don't care how much you make. If you bringing on all those debts on yourself, you are lowering your debt to income ratio that will cause you not to be able to make investments, not to be able to build wealth. Too many of our young people are making this decision to take out student loans, and when they come out, they can't even afford to pay the debt. So a lot of them are living back home. It's stopping them from actually living life because they have to pay back all this money. A couple of points I want to share here, and I got my notes to kind of guide me in this conversation, which I think is important. If you are a parent, if you are a young person, or even if you're an older person considering going back to college, these are things that I want you to consider. In school, right, they don't teach us about finance. They teach us to get a good education, go to school and work for somebody, right? They don't teach you that you can have an opportunity to be able to build your own business, make investments, and start your own business and be able to take care of yourself. They don't teach you to develop skills that can pay the bills. When I talk about skills that can pay the bills, I'm talking about, the jobs working with your hands, carpenter, electrician, a plumber, a barber, a salesman. Those are jobs that's always going to be in demand no matter what, and they don't require a degree. A lot of cases they require a certification, and they took a lot of those out of the school system. And those were skills that you could always pay the bill. Listen, if I know how to cut hair and I'm a barber, I can make money no matter what financial situation in, because you always going to need somebody to do your hair. Who's going to make six figures or whatever, have a bachelor's degree in sociology? I'm just keeping it real. A lot of us are picking majors that are not even in demand to make a substantial amount of money. So then you get stuck with this bill, having to pay back all this money, and then you start out getting a job making $40,000 a year, and you got $100 and something thousand of student loan debt. How the hell are you going to pay that off? A couple things I want you to consider. Just getting back to that point, we were taught in school to follow the rules and follow the law, but not to save. And I think this is important. If you guys been following my channel, my motto is save money to invest money to make more money, and that's for a reason. In my life experience, if you don't save money, if you don't invest your money, money is a tool to make more money. It's it. Money is just a tool. So if you don't save your money to utilize that money to make investments to make you more money, you're going to be far behind and lost in the game, baby. And that's just a fact. We were also taught to study hard. We were taught in school, study for that biology test, study for that math test, but we were not taught to create passive income. Think about that for a second. In high school, you were not taught to make passive income. You was taught to study for those tests, memorize it to the point where you get the Scantron, you get the multiple choice, you memorize the answers, and that's it. Well, we should have been learning about how to make passive income in school. We were taught to always help others, give to others, but we were never taught to invest. And these are some key components that we as people should be teaching our kids, instilling our households, instilling our young adults, so that they can utilize that information to be able to make the decision. Should I invest in the education? If you're going to be a doctor, if you're going to be a lawyer, if you're going to be an engineer, absolutely go to college, get that degree. But if you're going to study African studies, if you're going to study grasshopper research, if you're just going to study and I'm keeping it real, you're going to study some bullshit just because I feel like studying because it's interesting to me, you're going to get a degree and then you're going to struggle finding a job, making a certain amount of money to pay off all that debt you're going to have. And that's just real talk, baby. A lot of you guys out there right now are broke and educated because we were never taught about money. You were never taught about the difference between liabilities and assets. Liabilities, things that cost you; assets, things that pay you. You were never taught about the difference between the poor, the middle class, and the rich. The poor utilize their money. They don't save money to invest money and make more money. The poor utilize their money and just buy shit. They just take their money and just buy dumb shit. And that's why they don't have no money. The middle class take their high incomes that they make. These are people who make a substantial amount of money, but they have debts, they have student loans, they have mortgage and all that, but then they pack on more liabilities. A house they can't afford, a car they can't afford. And then when you look at what they have after they pay off all their liabilities, they're poor. So they have high incomes. The poor people, they just take their little check and just spend it on shit. Middle class take their check, spending on liabilities at things that cost them, which makes them broke. But what the rich do, this is what the rich and wealthy do. They take their money and they use their money as a tool and invest their money in the things that are going to pay them. Stocks, real estate, starting their own business. They utilize and use that money to leverage it for them to make more money. And those are the things and the secrets. It's not even a secret. These are things that's just not taught and ingrained in us. So when we go on our lives, we always thinking, okay, I'm going to put on this debt. I'm going to use this to pay this off because I want it. And I'm just going to keep paying it off, as opposed to saying, you know what, if I became debt free, if I had no student loans, I want you guys to think about this. And I want you guys to put this in the comment section, right? Think about for a second. If you had no student loan, no mortgage, no car, no credit cards, and you make $100,000 a year. You had no debt, but you make $100,000 a year. How much more money you will have in your pocket to invest in yourself? When I say invest in yourself, I mean invest in a personal trainer to improve your overall fitness. Invest in an image consultant. Invest in a financial advisor. Invest into a different skill that you could utilize to help you make more money and make you more profitable to society. Make you an asset and a part of building society, as opposed to just paying off and just becoming You're spending your money on just debt, and you're always chasing. Time is your most valuable asset, and you want to be able to save your time. And in order to do that, you have to invest in the things that's going to give you back more time, so you can be able to live the life that you want to live and your dream life that you want to live. So I want to ask you guys again, is being educated and broke something that you want to be? A lot of people talk about, oh, I got my education. Nobody can ever take my education from me. I get it. I understand that. Like, trust me, I understand that. But a lot of us are broke because we have $100,000 of student loan debt. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, you make $50,000 a year and you got $100,000 of student loan debt. How long you think it's going to take you to pay all that shit off? You understand what I'm saying? When that degree should have been making you more money down the road. But see, you know what? A lot of us are starting to wise up and smart, right? We saying, you know what? Let me learn the stock market game. Let me learn the real estate game. Let me learn how to start my own business. This whole pandemic taught people different ways on how to make additional streams of income and more passive income. I did a video, my last video was talking about the Great Resignation, where everybody's leaving their jobs because they're searching for happiness as opposed to the dollar, which when you do what you love and you love what you do and it makes you happy, it makes you more passionate. It drives your purpose, your mission in life. But this student loan ain't our mission. This $100,000 of debt, $80,000 of debt that we have, that's not our purpose. That debt, what's our purpose in just doing what you love and loving what you do? And it ain't debt. Hope this video was helpful for you. And I want you guys to think about this. If you right now thinking about going back to college, I want you to reconsider. Is what you want to do and you want to study going to make you money? Is that student loan debt going to be worth the investment and worth the education? A lot of people argue and say yes. Nobody can ever take your education away, which is true, which is definitely true. But I know a lot of people who have no college degree with debt free and make a lot more money and is taking home a lot more money than a lot of us struggling paying off debt. So I want you to think about that. And I also want you to think about next time somebody tell you, and throw their income in your face and their education in your face, ask them about their financial situation. And you're going to see that a lot of you guys who make $50,000 and I don't got no debt, that know somebody that make $150,000 and got all that debt, y'all take home the same amount of money as they pay off debt. You probably have more money than them. Don't get it twisted. Debt is a threat. And I wrote that in my book. That chapter took me a month, baby. Book coming too, by the way. Wealth and Fitness Lifestyle, the key to self-improvement. How I overcame poverty and obesity in America. That's coming out too. So make sure you check it out. So let's get fit. Let's gain wealth. Let's improve our lifestyle. Let's save money to invest money to make more money. Let's eat clean, work out, make money. Make sure you check out wealthandfitnesslifestyle.com. I'll get back at you later, guys. Leave a like on the way out. Make sure you comment and subscribe. Hi, my name is Curtis Miller. I hope you consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, Wealth and Fitness Lifestyle. On this channel, I talk about fitness, finance, self-improvement, self-mastery, and tips and strategies to overall improve your lifestyle. Check out wealthandfitnesslifestyle.com, my YouTube channel, Wealth and Fitness. Hope you consider subscribing today. Have a good day.